The baby Piggy. Peppa and George are visiting their big cousin Chloe. Today, as one is seeing Chloe, you are going to meet your new cousin, says Daddy Pig. Ooh, Peppa and George says excitedly. Peppa and her family have arrived at Chloe's house. Hello, says Mommy and Daddy Pig. Hello everyone, says Uncle. Hello Peppa and George, says Chloe. This is Chloe, Peppa and George's big cousin. But where's our new cousin? Asked Peppa. Here's your new baby cousin, says Aunt. Ooh! Everyone gasps. The new cousin is a tiny baby piggy. Goo, goo, goo. Oh, how beautiful, says Mommy Pig. Is it a baby girl? Asks Peppa. No, it's a boy, says Chloe. Oh, I wish it was a girl, says Peppa. Me too, says Chloe. George is pleased the baby's a boy. Dinosaur, says George. Whoa, cries baby. I think the baby's too little to play with dinosaurs, says Mommy Pig. George, the baby doesn't want to play with you. It wants to play with me. Baby, whoa. Peppa, the baby's much too little to play ball games, says Mommy Pig. But if it can't play with a dinosaur or ball, what can it do? Says Peppa. It eats and it sleeps, says Chloe. Burp. The baby burped. And it does that, says Chloe. Auntie Pig, can I hold the baby? Asked Peppa. Yes, if you are very careful, you can hold Alexander, says Auntie. Alexander? Asked Peppa. That's his name. Baby Alexander, says Auntie. What's a big name for such a small piggy? It's quite nice, enough though it's a boy, says Peppa. Baby says, Goo. Oh, what's that smell? Says Peppa. Maybe Alexander's nappy. Maybe Alexander's nappy needs changes, says Auntie. Ah, disgusting, says Peppa. Peppa, when you were a baby, you wore nappies, says Daddy Pig. I didn't, shouts Peppa. Mommy, can I play with Peppa and George in the garden? Asks Chloe. Auntie says yes. Chloe, is it nice having a little boy baby brother? Asks Peppa. Yes, Alexander is very sweet, says Chloe. I wish George was a little baby piggy, says Peppa. I know George can pretend it to be a baby piggy. He can go in my doll's pram, says Chloe. That's a good idea, says Peppa excitedly. George shouts, no. George doesn't want to be a baby. George, if you pretended to be a baby, I promise to be nice to you forever and ever, promises Peppa. George is thinking, and you can play with all my toys, added Chloe. George's thinking more. And when we get home, you can play with all my toys, says Peppa. George has decided. Goo, goo, goo. George started crying. The sweet baby piggy, says Chloe. Here are Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Rebecca Rabbit, and Zoe Zebra. Hello, says everyone. Why is George in that doll's pram? Asked Susie. It's not George, it's a baby piggy, says Peppa. What is George? Says Candy. George is a pretended baby piggy, says Chloe. Everyone says, ah. Is it a girl or a boy? Asks Zoe. It's a girl, says Chloe. George says no. George doesn't want to be a girl baby. Okay, it's a boy, says Peppa. I've got some cookies. Would the baby Piggy like one? Asks Susie. Oh no, it can't eat cookies, Peppa says. Well, says George. George like cookies. Maybe it can have one cookie, says Chloe. It's so clever, says Susie, and so handsome, added Susie. Barb, says George. Rebecca says it's very funny. It's the best baby piggy ever, says Susie. George likes the scheme. Here is the Auntie Pig with baby Alexander. Wow, a proper real baby piggy, says Susie excitedly. It's so gorgeous. Everyone said, it's much sweeter than George, says Candy. Wah, says George. Oh dear, George liked being the baby piggy. Oh George, you'll always be my baby piggy, says Mommy smiling. Maybe it's time for a new game. How about some dinosaur cheesing, says Daddy. Says George. Eek, too scary, says all the children. George liked being a baby piggy, but he liked being George more. The end. Thank you for watching. See you soon with the next story. Like, share, and subscribe my channel. Bye bye.